Born in 1975, Zane was blessed with amazing parents who raised him to be the kind, positive, and appreciative person he is today. To know Zane is to feel truly cared for. His warm smile and joyful energy have a way of lifting the spirits of everyone around him.
My name is John Zane Echo. I am from the Grace Harbor area, born and raised. I was born December 1975 here in Grace Harbor. I have an older sister, Amy, who is Amy Kathleen Echo Morgan. And I have a mom and dad who is John and Kathy Echo, who lives in Elma. So let me tell you about my story. I was born with a type of disability with a cerebral palsy. I had not enough oxygen when I was born. The doctor said to my parents that no matter what, he will grow up to be a fine human being with a disability. Because of my parents, they said they never gave it up on me because I have a disability. They want the very best of my life because they cared about me a lot.
Through his supported individualized employment services with Coastal Community Action Program, Zane gave back to his community by volunteering with Habitat for Humanity, the Aberdeen Senior Center, and the Driftwood Playhouse. There, he built strong soft skills and showcased his reliability, positivity, and commitment to helping others. Those volunteer experiences opened the door to paid employment with Beyond Survival, where he's valued by his coworkers and the staff are always happy to see him walk through the door. He brings reliability, humor, and a strong work ethic to everything he does, taking pride in being part of a team that makes a difference. Zane has always been active in his community, participating in Special Olympics and other local events with his family and friends. Through community inclusion services with CAP, Zane continues to build and strengthen friendships and explore new interests. He enjoys participating in ArchAQX projects, YMCA weightlifting, basketball, water aerobics, and his favorite, the Sit and Be Fit class. Zane is also a passionate self-advocate. He was an active member of People First and played an instrumental role in helping pass the People First language legislation, a major step forward in promoting respect and dignity for people with disabilities.
But in the school district, I was at Stevens School, then I was at A Young School, then I was at AJS and middle junior, and then I graduated the class of 95 at the Aberdeen High School. So that's what I was a good student all through grade school and then the high school. So my mom and dad were so proud that I continued with my life. And then when I graduated from Aberdeen High School, I went into Timberland Opportunities, and then I was living at the Aberdeen Manor for 25 years. And then I moved into this wonderful house at March 13, 2005. And I am so grateful to move into this wonderful place because my mom and dad, I was ready to move on from Aberdeen Manor to move to the Arts House because I wanted more individual kind of stuff in my life.
Zane proudly calls it his forever family, and his happiness is contagious. He enjoys meals and laughter with his roommates and takes walks to stay active and healthy. Recently, Zane attended his Aberdeen High School class reunion, where his classmates were thrilled to see him. He shared stories, laughter, and memories, another example of the strong friendships and deep connections that continue to enrich his life. People who have known Zane throughout his life often describe the same thing: his kind heart, his joyful spirit, and the way he makes others feel valued. Jerry Sahlstrom, his former school principal, said this: When I was asked how I would describe Zane, my first thought was Zane is Zane. Straightforward, no pretense, authentic, and caring. I've known Zane's parents since I first started teaching at Miller Junior High in 1969. Later, I got to know Zane as one of my 7th graders during my first year as principal at Miller. I remember times when I was headed down the hall to take care of something, and in junior high, there's always something that needs attention. I would see Zane. As I stopped briefly to ask him how he was doing, I always got a smile and a hug. Just that brief interaction gave me more positive feeling as I went in to deal with whatever I had to do. After he left Miller for high school, I hadn't seen him much until last summer when I attended the 30th reunion of his class of 1995. He gave me the biggest hug ever, and talking with him took me back 30 years. He has the ability to make the people in his life feel good. So how would I describe Zane? Zane is a role model for how we should regard and treat each other. After 57 years as an educator, I know that I have learned as much from my students as they've learned from me. Zane is certainly one of my student mentors. His very nature reminds us that the most important quality we share is the difference we make in each other's lives. Zane has a gift for doing just that for all who have the good fortune to know him. Jamie Brewer said, "The thing I remember most about Zane in high school is that he always had a smile on his face. You could always count on him being so happy. When I saw him last summer at our high school reunion, that had not changed. He was so full of joy and smiles. Being around him just makes everyone's day so much better." One of his classmates, Ann Mars, said, "I remember he was one of the sweetest in high school and always seemed to care if he saw you were hurting." Heather Gibbons said, "I first met Zane in Miller Junior High School. Always smiling and saying hi. I have 4 brothers with disabilities, so I knew of Zane from events and other outings. Back in the 1980s and the 1990s, Aberdeen had a wonderful program for students with special needs, all thanks to parents and amazing teachers, helping to create a very helpful resource special education program. I also had Zane's dad for a teacher. It seems Zane was a quite popular student. He truly has been kind, smiling, and very special in our hearts. He never forgets a name or a face or a person. Recently, Zane attended our 30th high school reunion. Sure enough, he remembered practically all of us. Zane has his shining light that literally lights up a room. I'm so proud of Zane and how much he's thrived and lived his life. That is one thing about him, and so many others who are special. They are happy, and they live each day fully. Congrats, Zane, on being recognized. You deserve to be the star. Can't wait to dance with you again. Keep smiling and sharing your shining star." What makes Zane's story truly special is how deeply he's embraced by his community. Not just as a participant, but a friend, neighbor, and valued community member. He's celebrated not only for what he does, but for who he is, kind, enthusiastic, and full of life. Zane's journey is a beautiful reminder that with love, opportunity, and belonging, every person can live their best life, making a difference simply by being themselves.
Don't ever give up on anything. Don't ever give up on your dreams, because that is important for you who is watching this video. Do not give up on your dreams. No matter what is going on, do not give up on your dreams, because if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in yourself with the person with the disability. Do not give up on anything you're doing, anything in what's been going on.